We're here with at CPAC Mexico with the president of Mis amigos migrantes, pues aquí estoy.
Total catastrophe, and it is a crisis.
Of a child, right there. All these NGOs, you're fake. It is this, the crisis of children.
How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Real America's Voice News. It is 22nd of January. The hour, it is 1:07 in the evening. We are starting this show for everybody that is watching, and the title, it is going to get worse. Why it is going to get worse? The collapse that is going to cause this, it is going to be unrepairable. And this is the fault of the global compact of migration. The people that they were part of it, Mexico's part of it, is complicit. You know, Central America, they did not, a lot of the officials did not wanted this. You know, people from Guatemala did not wanted this. Nicaragua wanted this. People from Honduras did not wanted this. People from El Salvador did not wanted this. People from Panama, people from Costa Rica, people from all across the continent, they did not wanted this. But the Biden administration completely destroyed the ideal of secure borders, of sovereign borders, and it is now a complete collapse. And it is going to be a collapse. As we informed yesterday, we were the ones that broke the news. The application of the CBP-1, people. This application that it was made under the Biden administration has completely shut down. Our video on X has gone viral. It has more than 500,000 views. That we broke the news about the CBP-1 app not working anymore. Not only that the CBP-1 app is not working anymore, the Venezuelan migrants are getting hectic. They're getting annoyed that the application was shut down under the appointment on the 20th of January when Donald Trump was sworn in. This is the craziest thing about it. At 9:01 in the West Coast time, at 12:01 in the East Coast time, as soon as 1 minute passed away, the CBP-1 app was completely shut down. And this tells you the promises made, promises kept, that this is not going to get out of hand, and it is going to be handled as they said that it will be handled. Now, a lot of the people are asking, Oscar, what on the application, what did it said? And I read to you these situations, what did it said? But before I move forward with that, why am I saying that the Venezuelan population is getting annoyed? Because they want to return back to their country now. And in the Venezuelan consulate in Mexico, there were people, Venezuelan migrants, that they went to the Venezuelan consulate in Mexico, and they were demanding to their Venezuelan consulate in Mexico for them to get their passports so they can return back home. The Trump effect, it is having an effect now. And we will show that video in a few seconds. But first and foremost, Donald Trump, this is what immediately it showed on the application. Before we go on, buy me a copy. It is right there, pinned in the chat. If people want to contribute to my independent reporting and travel fund, buy me a copy. It is pinned on the YouTube chat. Thank you so much for your contributions and support. Like the video, share the video. Like the video, share the video. This is, this is the app, where it's said in the app. Look what it says on the top. This immediately happened after Donald Trump became president. This immediately happened. Somebody saying, why you're saying that it's going to get worse? It should be better now. Listen to what I'm saying. It is going to get worse for the other countries and how they're going to handle this. It is going to be a collapse for them, not for you, for them. And this collapse has been brought to you by the Biden administration being completely irresponsible with, individuals who they invited in. Now, everything, it is going to drop, 180 degrees. It is going to change for the better for the United States of America. But these other countries where they were walking, and these other governments where they were profiting out of this illicit and illegal migration, and also the organized crime and the cartel, it is going to get worse, because they are going to try to make a move, and they're going to try to smuggle people through non-ports of entry, to smuggle people and to force these people to go in, and ultimately they're going to go back to the trafficking of synthetic drugs. But going back to the topic, this is what happened on 9:01 in the morning on the 20th of January. This is exactly what happened. This thing came out on their phones as soon as you go in the app, and this right here, this screen, it's just a screenshot of what we took immediately when it came out. It says existing appointments scheduled through CBP1 are no longer valid. This basically came in after Donald Trump became president. Somebody's asking, how do I buy a copy? It is pinned in the chat. The application, it is pinned in the chat. So this immediately came out. So what I did immediately as this came out, I went back to where the migrants were in the line, that their appointments were canceled just 1 minute after Donald Trump was sworn in. Now, I want to put a different scenarios. All these videos I've been sharing them on X, but I want you to listen to also to the director of immigration of the attention to migrants in Tijuana, that after his statements that he put out, he was fired. Why he was fired? Because he said the truth. He said that all of this catastrophe and all of this collapse, it is under Biden's belt. This is what he said. And after he said that, he was fired. So before that, I want to show you the collapse of people, of these migrants, of what happened after they received the news. This is one of them that it was crying.
¿Qué sientes?
Rabia, tristeza, ansiedad, de todo. No sé qué siento.
Regresar a Venezuela no es una opción.
No puedo. No puedo legalmente.
¿Y ahora?
No sé qué hacer. No sé qué hacer. No sé. Pero por algo Dios me tiene aquí, todas las cosas que me han pasado, y por algo estoy aquí con salud, con bien. Me pasaron muchas cosas, pero por algo me tiene aquí. No creo que me dejen aquí.
¿Tienes la esperanza?
Mucha. Dios no nos desampara. Dios es muy grande. Si he estado aquí, estoy aquí. He llegado muy lejos. He llegado muy lejos por algo.
It's horrible, right? In some cases, a lot of people feel bad. In some cases, they're like, no, I don't feel bad for you. But let me just tell you this. A lot of people are focusing on her nails and on her clothing. That has nothing to do with the circumstance of what just happened. The circumstance of what just happened is that, like my brother Ben Berquam has said multiple times, I don't blame the people coming in. I blame the people who invited them in. Who were the ones that invited all this mass migration? The ones that invited all this mass migration was the globalists. Alex Soros, George Soros, the Global Compact on Migration, the Biden administration, Alejandro Mayorkas, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden himself, all these people who were letting this in, and all these people who were thinking, oh, we're being humanitarians, Veronica Escobar in El Paso, Gavin Newsom in California, the governor, Katie Hobbs of Arizona, all these people in New Mexico letting this happen. All these people in Texas, they're leftists and they were like all humanitarians. All these people should be held accountable for these crimes against humanity. Not only that, these people knew. I'm sorry. I feel bad also because the door was shut down and the door was, you cannot be doing this process. The CBP1 app was open under Biden for 2 years. This was not a route for immigration. This was not a route that it was supposed to be the legitimate way. I'm sorry, but it's not. And everybody knew that. And everybody knew that this was going to shut down in one way or another, in one day or another. And they knew, but they did not believe. They thought that this app was going to last for years and years and years, and it was not going to last. And you know who is completely responsible about this? The Biden administration. Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, all these Chuck Schumer, all these disgusting people. They never thought that they were going to be replaced. They never thought that they were going to lose an election. So they thought, let's make this app. Let's be part of this globalist compact of immigration. Let's be part of this 2030 agenda. Alexandra Ocasio, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Shifty Shift, all these people, this guy Buttigieg, all of these people, all these progressive liberals, we're never going to get removed. It's our time. We're going to renew. The woke agenda is coming. They never thought that they were going to lose. And as soon as they lost, Joe Biden left more than millions of people in the middle, stranded with nowhere to go. And it is not the American people's fault. It is not. Let me just tell you, the American taxpayer has had it enough. The American taxpayer, it is damn tired to be sending trillions of dollars to Ukraine, billions of dollars to a war in Israel. And you see the things that are happening in North Carolina. You see the things that are happening in Springfield. You see the catastrophe that is happening in New York. Then now Mayor Eric Adams is completely changing and he looks like a Republican. But now that you feel that the heat is coming, now you want to change. And ultimately, not only that, but you feel a complete disaster in Chicago, the homelessness in California, the complete catastrophe in California when you have a governor that doesn't even have water. You have to be freaking kidding me. You're on the side of the Pacific Ocean and you're telling the world that you don't have water to take. Oh my God. What kind of governor are you, man? These people knew that it was going to shut down. But who's to blame? Before I put the other video, the NGOs, these international organizations who they falsely educated the migrant population to make them believe that these processes, that migrating through a jungle was okay, that going in the back, smuggled in the back of a tractor trailer was okay, that being smuggled through to a desert in Arizona was okay, to be smuggled through a river and the Texas Rio Grande River was okay, to be crossing through, Piedras Negras, Coahuila, that is Eagle Pass, through a river was okay. All these people normalizing the illicit and illegal conduct, they made these people understand that it was okay. So you make this education that walking in a caravan, this is why you have a caravan that just left 2 days ago. They still thinking, no, we're not going to stop. They're not going to interfere in our human right. Hold on a minute, people. For me, migration is a human right, but in those human rights, you have a law and you have a process. Why these NGOs, they're still normalizing illicit and illegal conduct? It is because they're profiting millions out of this. You see the 340,000 children that they're lost. Who processed them? These NGOs. Who invited this mass illegal migration through non-ports of entry? These NGOs. Who was giving them federal grants? I'm sorry, Nancy Pelosi and also Mike Johnson. I'm sorry for Republicans. Mike Johnson, it is coming to to the bright side now because he has Trump. But if it wasn't for Trump, he will still be giving out these billions of dollars to these NGOs. It's the reality. Now everything is getting fixed. These NGOs, they need to be investigated. They need to be audited. They need to be the ones that they did crooked business with the cartel. They need to be prosecuted. And now that Donald Trump has designated the cartels as terrorists, now the Mexican government is going to feel the pressure. And they're going to say like, oh, we don't want no military interference over here. It's against our constitution. Well, you better fix the problem, buddy. You better fix the problem. You better get those Mexican people a good life. And it will be a domino effect. Let me tell you before I put the video on, the flow in the Darien Gap has slowed down more than 50%, which tells you where the migration it is going. The Venezuelans now are migrating to Brazil. Hundreds of thousands, they're going to Brazil with Lula, the leftist president. Thousands. They're saying that this week was more than 20,000 migrating through Brazil because Brazil is giving them work permits, but it's asking them to be vaccinated before they enter the country. How crazy is that? But now the migration it is going through south, not through north, which means the Trump effect that the border is going to be closed, that there's going to be massive deportations, that they already happened today. There's people that they're being deported as we speak. The Darien Gap has slowed down. Why? Because everybody knows that this was going to happen. This means that if the Darien Gap has been slowed down, it means that the cartel, el clan del Golfo, the cartel of Colombia, it is not making money anymore. So they're going to look for another route. They're going to look for other routes. There's a guerrilla. There's a little war going on right now between cartel, the guerrillero group, ELN, and also the guerrillero group, La FARC. And they're fighting for territory right now at the borders. Why? Because they need funds. They need money. Now they need to have control. Trafficking of humans, it is not happening anymore. Who did this? Donald Trump. It's a domino effect, and it was bound to happen. It is going to have an effect in Mexico. If you don't fix your problems, I will tariff you. Guatemala, if you don't fix the problems, we will have sanctions. Oh, we need to fix the problem. Also, it goes to Nicaragua. It goes to Honduras. Then it jumps into Costa Rica. Then it goes back down to what it is, between Colombia. It goes to Venezuela. It is a domino effect. Bam, 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 bam. I'm the cream and butter. I have the control. I will control this. You will stop this mass migration. The Mexican president does not have any other option. And she already is going to cause problems, a lot of problems. And I will show you the video why. This is another migrant talking about that his application that he had for the 22nd of January, I believe. So it was shut down. Cut to.
Pautada para el 9. Bueno, en estos momentos nos acaba de llegar un correo donde dice que la cita que teníamos pautada para el 9 de febrero, que era la que habían cambiado del 20 de enero, ha sido cancelada.
¿Cómo te sientes?
Bueno, que se acaban de destruir todos los sueños y los sacrificios que hicimos desde el Dairén, Colombia, Honduras, Panamá, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, la travesía de cruzar todo México para estar aquí, con una esperanza, con un sueño, con una ilusión, y un mensaje acaba de acabar con todo eso.
¿Y ahora qué es lo que piensas hacer?
No hay planes porque no puedes planificar o reformar unos planes en 10 minutos, porque hace 5 minutos me llegó el correo y ya es real que no tengo cita en el CBP One, ya es real que la aplicación no funciona, y en base a eso hoy debo planificarme de nuevo. Ayer dormimos aquí, pasamos la noche aquí en frío, desde las 3 de la tarde.
He says he's a reality. A lot of the migrants have been sending me messages. Hey, man, I have an appointment in a couple of days. I respond to them, it's canceled. I'm still going. God bless you, man. My God, you're just terco. You just want to go and go and go. After you're seeing that people are saying, It is shut down, and still people want to come. This is the normalization of illicit and illegal conduct that the Democrats have just implemented in the whole continent. This man, his appointment was shut down. It's scheduled to enter the 22nd of January, today, and his appointment was shut down. CBP1, it is shut down. It is canceled. It is not working. The application, it is not eradicated. It is not eliminated. You still can go and download the application, but inevitably, it is not working. It is not functioning like it was functioning before. Now, this is amazing. The next video that I'm about to put, after he gave this statement, this man was fired. The director of detention of migrants, Mr. Canchola, came out where we were located in the port of entry of El Chaparral, where migrants were waiting to enter with the CBP1 app or not. And as soon as he came out, all the press went over there. We were over there asking him questions. What he said is truly shocking. Listen to what he says about the quantities of people that they are located in the north borders, and who does he blame? And as soon as he said these statements, 2 hours later, he was fired. Why he was fired? Because when you make people uncomfortable with the truth, you get fired. When you are run by a progressive, liberal, leftist government, they are the ones that they're imperialistic. They are the ones that they're the fear mongers. They are the ones that they control the media. Listen to this.
Esta situación es manejable, no hay violencia, no hay... Pero sí se puede salir de control, porque hay muchos grupos criminales interesados en aprovecharse de la migración. Citas programadas son más de 1 millón en toda la frontera, interesados en aprovecharse de la migración. Citas programadas son más de 1 millón.
You heard that? Did you read what he just said? Let me just backdrop right here just a little bit. Let me just go back right here a little bit. Look what it says right there on the screen. When he said this, he got fired 2 hours. 2 hours after that, he got fired. Somebody's asking, how does he know that? He's the director of attention to migrants. How do you think that he doesn't know? So he's just making up numbers? Come on, please stop. There are over 1 million scheduled appointments. You have to be kidding me. And the north borders that connect to the United States of America, the north borders of Mexico that connect to the United States of America, 1 million. He was honest. And then what he says, it is completely, this was the thing that completely fired him. Because he said the number and everybody was like, what the hell, 1 million? I thought that it was thousands. Now we're talking about 1 million. Jesus Lord, 1 million. Holy cow. Then what he says after this was the thing that got him fired. Listen to this and read the captions.
Programadas son más de 1 millón en toda la frontera. Eso lo provocó Biden. Pero con esta entrada de Donald Trump se suspende todo eso. Citas programadas son más de 1 millón en toda la frontera. Eso lo provocó.
What he says right there. I will pause right there. Meanwhile, I drink the coffee. Somebody's asking, who does he work for? He used to work for the municipal government of Tijuana. He just said more than 1 million appointments got backlogged because of the cancellation of the CBP1 app. After he said that, look what he said to all the media. Biden caused that. Biden caused that. Eso lo provocó Biden. Biden caused that. No, not Donald Trump canceling the CBP ones. No. No, the mass deportations that they're, oh my God, so much fear mongering, so much creating hysteria. That's such a conspiracy theory. My God, such a white supremacy. Oh my God, that's such a xenophobic, transphobic, homophobic, pronoun phobic, white supremacy, fascist, narcissist, bigot, and Zionist. No. What he says right there, Biden caused that. After he said that, 2 hours later, he was fired. Nobody knows why he was fired. Nobody knows. They're trying to give out statements. He came out on a press conference and he was really professional. And he said to the media that he came out, he said, I want to thank the institution, trying to be polite and trying to be honest about it. And I want to thank the institution. I want to say, blah, 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 blah. He said the truth. There's more than 1 million. Now, the other director came in and said that there are thousands waiting. Trying to fix it. Trying to fix it. Because if they create this as a crisis, it will get out of context. Now you will look bad. You will make the president look bad. You will make Claudia Sheinbaum look bad. You will make the governor of Baja California look bad. You will make the municipal government of Tijuana look bad. You will make all of this look bad. Somebody's commentating right here. I will address this real quick. Michael Young wants the UN defunded. Not only him. I've been calling it since the start. Defund the United Nations, defund OIM, and defund the UNHCR. They're complicit. They're the ones that they caused this disaster worldwide. Under the Biden administration, it is the administration where more migrants have died in the limitations between Mexico and the United States because of this compact on migration. Now, what is going on now with the Venezuelan migrant population? There's a lot of good people that I walk with, man. Somos más los buenos que los malos. That's always has been my slogan. We're better. There's more good people than bad people, but the bad people are really making us look bad. They're really making us look bad. And now the Venezuelan population in the Venezuelan consulate in the city of Mexico, they are going at their consulate and saying, give us our passport. We want to go back home. But because Venezuela lives with a dictator, that this dictator said, the only way for you to get your passport or some permit to come back, you need to come to Venezuela, to Caracas. How in the hell they're going to get to Caracas if they don't even have a passport to fly back? Not even an ID. You know how? The Venezuelan president says the way that you went out, walking. So you're basically forcing all these people to go back to the same trail, risking all these people's lives through the cartel, through all this kind of situation. Look at what Biden has caused, man. The collateral damage is just unexplainable. In the cartel, it is going to just basically see this and be like, we can make money out of this. Look what is happening right here at the Mexican embassy. Somebody's trying to correct me right here. Somebody's saying Addison Foxfire says worse, not worst. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm English is my second language, Miss Perfect. So I apologize if I misspelled one word. I apologize for that. Listen to this video where the migrants are in the Venezuelan consulate in the city of Mexico.
Ajá, pero en dado caso que uno quiera pagar su boleto y no espera el vuelo humanitario, no podemos.
This guy, it is one of the some kind of a guy that works for the Venezuelan consulate, and there's a woman asking, so how are we going to pay our tickets to go back? How are we going to pay our tickets to go back if we don't have a passport? How are we going to do it? Look what he says.
No tenemos. Imagínate, material para boleto.
We don't have a passport. How are we going to go back? And he says, well, I don't know. He's just shaking his head. You got to do all your process to Caracas. You know where Caracas is? It's the capital of Venezuela. It's in the middle of Venezuela. You have to be kidding me. So for these people to process out, for these people to go back home, they need to go back to Caracas to pass their... how is that logical? How do I return back? And look at the face of this guy. This guy doesn't even know. He's in the middle of an epicenter, man. He doesn't even know. This. He's saying, these are politics of Maduro. I cannot do anything. These are politics of Maduro. There's a program that is called Vuelve a la Patria, that is come back to your country. Search for that. Look at all these people. All the people outside. All the people outside of the Mexican embassy and the Venezuelan embassy in Mexico City. So you have this, and you can imagine how they're going to get back. Now, the Mexican president is saying we're going to take them. We're going to take the Mexican nationals and give them a bonus of 2,000 pesos. That's just ridiculous. $100. You know, I've seen some deported Mexicans that they don't even give them money for their ID to get their ID. It's just ridiculous. But you just want to, you know, accept the massive flow, and you have been accepting the massive flow from the south. You're going to about to accept the massive flow from the north. It is going to collapse the borders of the north borders if you're going to accept massive flow. Let's see how they're going to handle that, and let's see how they're going to handle in the middle parts of the country, and let's see how they're going to handle in the south part of the country, and let's see how this is going to collapse, because Donald Trump already said, you don't slow down the pace, I will tariff you. How are you going to do it? I don't want them. I'm taking them out. I'm removing them from the United States. I don't want them. I don't need them right now. This is not the Biden administration. This is not the Democrats. This is the Republican political party. This is MAGA right here. We're not accepting right now. These people came the wrong way, wrong process, through an on-port of entry. I'm sorry. Republican mentality is completely different than the Democrat mentality. How they're going to do it? How's the Mexican government going to do it? Whew! I don't even know how much millions of pesos they're going to spend. But the thing about it is that now Donald Trump, what he's doing is, I'm going to secure the border. I'm going to send the National Guard. It's not my problem. Whatever happens beyond that wall, it's not my problem. And not only that, you know, Donald Trump is putting a threat of a tariff. Because we are at the port of entry of January to China. Donald Trump is going to put a threat of a tariff to China, to put 10% tariff if you don't slow down the pace of fentanyl. And he said this in the other day on a press conference. He said, I had a conversation with President Xi, and we agreed that he was going to put death penalty to these people that they were creating fentanyl in China. So they're not playing around. This is not a game. They're trying right now, and it looks like, you know, they're trying to fight off the Agenda 2030. This is why you have all these people that they are not agreeing with Agenda 2030 coming together. You have Elon Musk, you got Jeff Bezos, now you got, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, that he's lying to the world, but he doesn't want to be a part of the Agenda 2030. So Mark Zuckerberg is on this side. Now you had a conversation with Donald Trump and Bill Gates. You know, you have all these people that they're like, we'll swing in the middle, but okay, I'll swing it this way. You know, they're fighting the Agenda 2030. They don't want to be part of the Agenda 2030. They don't want the globalists to control. They're destabilizing the New World Order. The New World Order thought the World Economic Forum, all these globalists, they thought that they had, you know, the control of it. And with the Biden administration kneeling down and basically supplicating to the communists, I want to be part of, and I want to be a communist. You know, they have completely cut a big, you know, they cut a big wound on the United States of America. And now they're trying to patch it up. And this is the reality. One of the things that immediately happened was this: shut down the CBP1 app that we reported on it, close the gap, slow down the pace, tariff Mexico if they're not going to comply, and if they're not going to basically say, you know what, this is what it is, man. We don't want this anymore. Are you going to take care of your country, or are you just going to stay? Basically, are you going to just not do anything? I just want to know, what are you going to do? So you have this, and you can imagine how they're going to get back. So this is the reality. This is the reality. The collateral damage that the Biden administration has caused, where they were heading to, where they were going, man, this completely slap in the face for Alex Soros, slap in the face for George Soros, slap in the face to AOC, slap in the face to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, slap in the face to Gavin Newsom, that his response to President Trump. And I want to, man, I want to address this, man. I want to. I should breathe when I'm talking about this. Do you guys saw that obispo? How do you say obispo? That bishop. I think as you say bishop, right? You have to be kidding me, man. These progressive liberals, progressive liberalism has infiltrated the United States of America so bad. You guys saw that mass where that, whatever you want to call it, bishop, addressed the thing about trans kids. You have to be kidding me. In a Catholic, a bishop? Blasphemy, man. Blasphemy. Blasphemy, really. She should be removed as a bishop. Completely nasty to bring the agenda, the progressive liberal agenda, into a church. Blasphemy. This is why the Catholic Church is going down south, because you have a globalist pope that had a celebration with, I don't know what kind of a tribe celebrating an outside man and worshiping an idol. You got all these globalists. And now you got this complete disrespect to the church, complete disrespect to Jesus, man. My God. Jeez. This bishop, completely disgusting. She should be removed immediately. It's a complete insult. Complete insult. It's amazing. Let me just address this. Oscar Blue, a deportee himself, made at his own blood. Can't make this stuff up. God bless you, man. God bless you. You know, this is the bad thing about it. No, el enemigo de un mexicano es otro mexicano, o el enemigo de un latino es otro latino. This is what it is. You know, when a Latino has come up, the only mistake that I made in my life, biggest mistake, you can go back in my record, and never had an issue in Mexico, never had an issue in the United States. One mistake that I made. And I got deported, yes, to Mexico. Not proud of what I did. I already apologized so many times. But I renewed my life. made a career, went to college. And here you have another Latino putting down another Latino because of my past. But if I was a progressive liberal, a leftist, and la viva la raza y la mamada, they will bow down to my feet. And they will be like, oh my God, look what this Mexican has done, man. I'm the only Latino journalist who has ever crossed the Darien Gap 4 times. Walked more than 12 caravans. Documented 3 wars. Ukraine, 2 times Israel. This is the real problem right here. These kind of progressive Hispanic liberals, and the white liberal also, ultimately, that they attacked our own people to put us down, and they choose who and who not. And if you're not part of their agenda, they will call you a conspiracy theorist, creating hysteria, fearmonger, white supremacist, white imperialist, xenophobic, transphobic, homophobic, pronophobic, fatphobic, racist, fascist, narcissist, bigot. From the river to the sea, la, 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 will be free. And you're a traitor to your own people. You cannot make this up. They will put a watermark on the top of your forehead, and they will say, that's you, because you're not with us. But if you're with us, my God, let me bow down. No, sorry. It's not about even Republican or Democrat. It's about being a follower of Jesus, a follower of God, a follower of the truth. I don't know what you stand for, man. But there you have it. A Hispanic attacking another Hispanic. Isn't that embarrassing? It's embarrassing. This is why we don't grow as a first-class world country. Attacking each other, envy, jealousy, stupidity like this. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining in. It is 42 minutes going on this live feed. 1:48 in the evening. My God, it's 1:48. Yeah, 1:48 West Coast time. Buy me a coffee is right there, pin in the chat. Right there. You guys go on to contribute. Thank you so much for my independent reporting and travel fund. Much love from the Black community. We all bleed the same color, man. It is the color of Jesus. God bless you. You're a true hero. Only answer to God. Muchas gracias, Tijuana Border Jumper. Saludos a toda esa gente que ataca a nuestra misma raza, ¿no? Solamente porque opinamos diferente y tenemos diferentes perspectivas sobre la situación como está pasando, nos atacan. Si pienso como tú, me amas, me quieres. No, eres lo mejor. Si no pienso como tú, eres un traidor a la patria. Impresionante. ¿Qué derecho tienes tú? ¿Quién te da el derecho a ti de decir qué y no? God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining in. We reported on this. The CBP1 app shutting down. This is ultimately one of the things that that we reported. CBP1 shutting down. We did a Oscar corrige, no es católica. She was not Catholic. What was she? What was she? That doesn't take away the fact that the Pope is not a globalist. She was not Catholic. What was she? The bishop was not Catholic. What was she? That doesn't take away the fact that she's not that the Pope is not a globalist. Eso no quita el hecho de que el Papa Francisco no sea un globalista de primera, socialista de primera. Episcopal, okay. Episcopal, all right. Muchas gracias, Alma. Qué bonita imagen tienes en tu perfil. Qué bonita imagen. I just got to call it like it is. That doesn't take away the fact that the Pope is a globalist. I'm sorry. It is the reality. And for her to be using the church to just basically preach about you should be more considerate to the trans kids. I'm like, trans kids, you're a bishop and you're talking about the torture of these children transforming their gender at 5, 6, 7 years of age. What kind of evil has infiltrated these people, man? What kind of evil has happened? There's no other way to describe it. This is complete evil. And then you see Trump's face when when they're basically telling when she's basically, you know, pandering, oh my God, have some mercy on Snoop Dogg. He doesn't want to smoke that much weed anymore. Like she's pandering, right? And you're seeing Trump like, yeah, it's no, it's not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to have no mercy on this, you torturing children. It's done. You're done. There's no MAP, minor attractive person. There's no NAT. No. It's not going to happen. You're not going to change that term. It's called pedophile. It's not a MAP. It's not MAP, minor attractive person. No. I'm sorry. It's called pedophile. It's not going to change. Let's go back to normal. And there's only two genders, man and woman. So to all these progressive liberal colleges, let's settle down and understand two genders, man and woman. That's it. There's no gender fluid. There's no non-binary. There's no, sometimes I identify as gender fluid. But sometimes I don't know, what am I? What am I? That is the question. Like, no, there's nothing like that anymore. It's like, you're a man. And by the way, you're wearing a bra. But you're a man. I'm sorry. You are. 10,000 years from now, when your bones are going to be found by an anthropologist, the anthropologist's name is going to be John. And John is going to go and dig out your bones. And when he digs out your bones, he's going to examine. And guess what? They're not going to say he was gender fluid. They're going to say you are a man. You were born a man. And that bone that they're finding 6 meters under the ground has been identified as a man. They're not going to say, oh my God, this is a man, but according to his bone structure, he's possibly, his pronouns were he, she, and her, and he was gender fluid. Oh my God, no. I'm sorry, you're not. It is not going to happen. To all those women all those men that want to be women, exactly like that. You're a male. You were born with the tilly-wingy in the middle of your legs. You want to tuck it in, go ahead. Do whatever you want. At the end of the day, you got to stand to take a whistle. Or you can sit down. I'm just being honest. Men, women. That's it. 10,000 years from now, they're going to dig out your bones 6 meters under the ground. And they're going to say, oh my God, this is a woman. Hold on a minute. What does she has over? What the hell? What does he has over there? Oh no, this is a man. They're not going to say, oh my God, he identified as a trans fluid, non-binary, he, she, and her, and his pronouns are cow, bull, and cat. No. It is not going to be like that. your tillywingy, it is going to be identified as a male. I'm sorry. I don't have no disrespect for nobody that wants to be whatever the hell they want. It is freedom. You can be a cow. You can be a cat. You can be Macho Man Randy Savage. And if you're a woman, you can be whatever you want. You can be the Bushwhackers. You can be the Undertaker. You can be Mike Tyson if you want. Whatever you want to identify. But at the end of the day, I will see you and I'll say, it was nice seeing you, man. Why? Because I see a man. And if you want to identify as a woman, I will tell you, well, okay, I will call you Gloria. But at the end of the day, we know what you are. I'm sorry. I'm not being a transphobia. Oh, my God, he's such a transphobia. You're not. Oh, my God, trans lives matter. And by your transphobic language, and it is so trans violence, and it is such a trans, my God, so transphobia that you're not identifying. And you're not thinking that, oh, my God, what I'm hearing is that you're not acknowledging that trans people matter, that trans people exist. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You're such a horrible human being. Worse than a murderer. No. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you were born a man. There's a mental illness problem in the United States, and not only in the United States, in the world. In the world, you know, you go to these books, and now you have all these rainbows and all these pronouns, and you're like, for God's sake, isn't this a math book? You're not supposed to be teaching children 1 + 1. It is 70 million quadrillion. They're teaching these people. Oh my God, how you doing, John? How you doing, Derek? Derek, I see you. Kelly, Jennifer, welcome to the class. How do you say hello to your teacher? Hello, teacher. Your pronouns are he, she, them, and you are gender fluid. Thank you so much, alumni. Sit down. Today we're going to discuss, what is this flag on the back? It is the LGBTQ+1IZ, teacher. Thank you. I know that I'm your math teacher, but we're not going to talk about math. We're going to talk about the rainbow flag. The level of education in the United States of America, and people are going to say, why don't you talk about your country of Mexico? It is exactly the same in Mexico. There's progressive liberals in the United States of America, and there are progressive liberals in Mexico also. It's exactly the same. Like, I stopped talking about my country. Why don't you talk about your country? Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Good. But this is why the level of education in the United States of America, it is luck and it is low. So one of the things. Why? Because you're more profoundly focused on how you are going to address a guy that is dressed up as a woman. Man, you know what? I will tell you, there's two places where I shouldn't go, man. There is this alley, where there's a black alley where there's a lot of bad people, and you know they are going to get assaulted, possibly bullied, punched in the face, robbed, stolen, and all the bad things. And then you have liberal Walmart in the United States of America. Which will you choose? Door number 1, the black alley, or door number 2, liberal Walmart with all these pronouns, people? My God, people. 500, Alex, for door number 1. I really prefer to be punched in the face than going over there and buying some Captain Crunch and seeing somebody standing right there and be like, excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry, sir. Like, oh no, my God. Oh my God, you just assassinated me with that. My God. Jesus, Lord. I am a woman. You just told me, ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't know how to address you. I'm sorry, you're wearing some LA Gear shoes, a flower dress with a hat that says "Go LA." I don't know what to say. This is how bad it has gotten. This is one of the things that a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, you support Trump, Oscar. You're such a traitor to your own people. You're just a brown guy trying to be white." 46% of the people that voted for Trump and the people that got Trump into office, guess who they were, dumbass? Latinos. Latinos. That was the definitive vote that got Donald Trump into office. It is a reality. We are, it's like signalizing, oh my God, you're such a. One of the things that out of all the 70 million executive orders that the other day Donald Trump signed, I just got to tell you, man, just real quick, the one that I love the most out of there, and cerró la frontera, he closed the border, and CBP one is done, and all. Out of the all 71 million, I will tell you, the one that I love the most is he declare woman is a woman and man is a man. I'm like, for God's sake, thank you so much, Lord. Thank you, man. Thank you. You don't want to make that mistake when you go to Walmart and be like, hey, that looks really good. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Holy crap. What am I going to do now when I go back to my Honda? What am I going to do now? That was a man, and I said just accidentally that looked good. Lord, you don't know. You don't want that. I'm just saying, you don't want that mistake to happen. Throwing it out there for people that don't want to catch it. So glad that was out of the way. So glad that men are not participating in women's sports. How about that man that participated in a UFC fight? I will love for him to force him to compete now for his title with a UFC man. Isn't that going to be just justice? Or that track and field athlete going 70 miles an hour and all the girls trying to catch him. And she or he or whatever it is going fast. Oh my God, I'm such a fast dude, woman. Why don't they put her competing with men now and see how his or her ability it is going to be? That will be quite amazing, don't you think? You see, you were cheating, huh? Ha! I think that, and for me to go, I got 3 minutes. Let me just tell you, the psychological damage that these men participating in women's sports, what they have caused. I'm a former professional boxer. I can tell you, when you're competing man and man in a professional fight, I got cuts all over my face. Right here, 3 in this eyebrow, like 1 right here, a broken hand. I know how to hit. I know how to duck. I know how to hit. When you're participating in a boxing match and you're fighting a male, my God, the difference of power is completely, it's not even competible. But let me just tell you, how is that, fair? And the psychological damage that all these ladies, young ladies, have endured because they were competing against men. Who is going to repair that? This is why I have said so many times that collateral damage that the Biden administration has done, it is irreparable, irreparable. It is never going to be repaired, because that psychological damage that they did on that young lady on that track and field, that she had a scholarship and she potentially was going to have a scholarship, and she had a big chance to get a scholarship because his dad and his mom are working 2 to 3 jobs. And she's like, man, I'm going to get that scholarship because I think that I can make it. And I don't want my dad and my mom to be paying off their whole lives, and then me working and paying. I need to get that scholarship. I need it. And then they put her on the field and the track and field, and she's competing against what? A male that identifies as a woman. Oh my God, that's such a transphobia. I can't stop this fear-mongering Mexican talking anymore. Oh my God, and he's a Mexican. My God, so low educated. It's in Mexico, a third world-class country. Oh my God. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Get it out of the way. Relax. Take a breather. How's your pulse doing? It is a reality. So unfair for these young ladies, man. So unfair on the pool when they're swimming. And they're swimming against a male. And you're like, oh my God, look at, what is her name? Ashley. That's her name, Ashley. Isn't that, oh my God, Ashley, such a, look at her hand stroke. It's just amazing how fast she is. Oh my God. Then she comes out and is like, hey, isn't that Ashton? What the? Never fair. Never fair. It's like these feminazis, before I go, feminazis in Mexico. All these feminazis in Mexico, right? They say Mexico is the most machista, the machismo country in the world. A lot of us, we are machismo. Yes, we are. We like to say, that's my woman. My woman is for me. It's for nobody else. That's the culture of Mexico. That's the culture of Mexicans. It is what it is, man. Whether you like it or not, it is going to stand like that. Family, woman, that's it. Leave it alone. But let me just tell you how it is. So these feminazis in Mexico, right? Saying, oh my God, there's a lot of injustice towards women. Yes, they are. There's a lot of, violence towards women. Yes, it is. There's a lot of kidnappings towards women. Yes, it is. But that is the cartel, the insecurity of our country, the corruption of our politicians, our dirty politicians. That is the politicians themselves. It is not because of the machismo and the patriarchy. But let me just, the most amazing thing for these feminazis in Mexico, they're like, we don't have equality. We don't have equality for our jobs. They're so unfair. The machismo man in Mexico do not want us to succeed. We are treated unfairly. We receive low income in our monthly pay. Then what do you have? All of a sudden, you have a man confronting the feminazis and going over there and like, hey, so I want an interview with you. Yes, go ahead, you male disgusting patriarchy. Like, yes, so I want to know, what is the job, the most powerful job in Mexico right now, that you will understand that they have the executive power, the decisions of the whole country? Who does that job belong to? That's the president, you stupid. Who's the president? Claudia Sheinbaum. Oh, it's a woman. Oh my God, I think I messed up. For all you feminazis in Mexico, the most powerful person right now in the country of Mexico, the one that has the executive power in Mexico, although she's a leftist, I understand. She wants this socialist capitalist that is non-existent. I understand. She's a globalist. I understand. The only thing that makes me happy about this is that for the first time in our country, there's an opportunity for a female to be president. So a young girl at an age of 5, 6, or 7 years of age, now she can say, Mom, I want to be a president one day. That's the only thing that survives in my heart, is for that young child and that little young kid to say, Mom, I want to be a president one day. And you'll be like, Yes, you can. Don't be a socialist president like her, but you can be a good president. Yes, you have an opportunity. That paradigm, that thing broke. So all of this feminazis in Mexico, they were saying, oh my God, patriarchy, the machismo in Mexico, suck it up, buttercup. You don't have it anymore. God bless you. It's done. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining in. We did a little, comedy kind of explaining kind of a, somebody bought me a coffee. Thank you so much. Bad Boy Kev said, you're doing a great job, Oscar. You need, what the hell? You need what, Bad Boy, you said? You need to save the USA. My country, England, is finished in getting out. God bless. I'm sorry, Bad Boy, that you're suffering the consequences in England. You're suffering the consequence, the mass migration of Islam over there. Don't have no problem with Islam. A lot of these people, I had an issue. I remember that I had an issue in Israel when I was going with Chuck. And there's for all these people, the people, the Muslims, the Sunni Muslims. I have a lot of friends that they're Muslim, so I don't have no problem with no religion. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I have a problem with extremists. That's what I have a problem, right? But I don't have a problem with religion. You can believe in even on a cow, and if you want to, I believe in Jesus or whatever you want to say. And if people to say Islam is not a religion, that's okay. It's your belief, freedom speech, right? So I was in Israel, and on the left, I think you have the Christian quarters. On the middle, you have the Jewish quarters, and on the right, you have the Islam quarters, the Muslim quarters, right? So I was in Israel. We were in Jerusalem. And before we went to Lebanon, Chuck told me, you want to go to the Holy City again and walk? And I said, yeah, you got to. That's my mentor, Chuck Holton. I love him. He's the man. I love that man. He brought me to Christianity. I haven't been baptized, but I will be baptized with him being present and my good friend Matthew Tomlin being present. So we're walking. He walks real fast. He's a former Ranger. It's not that I'm out of condition. I run every day, 40 to 45 minutes to 50 minutes, but he power walks, man. And these Rangers, these former Rangers, they walk like they're giving orders at the same time. Hurry up, Mexican. And it's like, I'm back and over here trying to catch you, man. Hurry up, plumber. Like all the time you were playing jokes, right? We're playing race jokes all the time. I love him. I love him. So we're going into the Holy City, man. And there's a place where there's great falafel, this thing that they serve over there. Man, my God, I miss the falafel, man. My God. So there's great falafel served by these Arab guys, right? They have a little restaurant. We're sitting down. And I said to Chuck, hey, I'm going over there, man. He said, hey, for not saying dumbass, but he said, hey, watch out over there. That's the Muslim quarters. You're going to the Masjid Al-Aqsa. That is the masjid where they fight all the time, and it's the masjid that is on the back of the front of the Wailing Wall, and in the back of the Mount of Olives, and all this kind of stuff. So it's just so confusing. So I went over there, and it's guarded by the IDF because it's so conflictional, man. It's so conflictional. So I'm going over there, and there's this Muslim guy wearing his old outfit. And he said, so I wanted to go in, and immediately they like, and what are you doing? You're coming in. I wanted to go to the masjid. I wanted to see the masjid up close. It's like, and there's this other guy. It's kind of arrogant. There was a Muslim guy came at me, and he was arrogant. It's like, you can't go in there if you're not Muslim. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. What are you? And I'm like, I'm a human. I told him, I'm sorry. I said, I'm a human. It's like, no, he gave me a smirkle, and like, no, what religion are you? I'm like, oh, I believe in Jesus. Like, oh, okay. Oh, no, you can't. You have to go over there. So I said, oh. So I stayed and I watched from far away. So I'm recording, and he goes and he comes again. Oh my God, this guy's so annoying. Why are you recording the masjid? I'm like, man, I'm recording from far. It doesn't involve you. I can record from far away. Like, yeah, but why are you recording over there? I'm like, yeah, but I'm recording because, and with his accent, why did you record then over there? So I'm like, I'm recording because I want to, man, because I want to. It's like, well, you don't deserve to do that. I'm like, yes, I'm recording, man. Leave me alone. So the IDF guys looks at me. All the IDF guys, they're so young, man. They're like 19, 20, 21. They want to go back home, man. They really do not want to be in this war. Man, we have been embedded with the IDF in some places where there's a bunker and Lebanon, this village. I don't know if I'm extending. I'm extend 5 minutes just to explain this. We were on this village. It's called Malkia. And they were shooting at them, man. They were throwing bombs, man, all day, boom, boom, boom. And because Lebanon is on the top of this village, Malkia, so they had an advantage to throw and throw and throw and land, and they were trying to find this bunker where the IDF was hiding, right? So they can counterattack with their Merkaba tanks. That they're the most, up to date Merkaba tanks. They're the best. So we went over there. We hide, and we met all the the young kids, and they're like 18, 19 years of age. And I'm talking to them, and like, man, do you have a girlfriend? They're like, man, I miss her so much. Like, man, all of them, they live in the States. They're in New York. They're in Brooklyn. They're in Boston. They're like from these parts. So, talking to them. But going back to the topic, so the IDF looks at me and it's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." But this guy's like bothering. So I go and I say to him, "Hey, man, you cannot be recording. You're not even Muslim." So, like, if I recite a surah to you in Arabic, that I know a little bit of Arabic, and I learned Arabic. So I said, I know surahs, man. Man, you know what? If I recite a surah, will you shut up? And he said, you don't know surah. You don't know surah. You do not know surah. With all respect to the Quran and for people that believe in the Quran, I don't have nothing against nobody. Everybody believes in their beliefs. They believe that the Torah and the Bible and the Quran. So I recited a surah real quick, one short one. And they were like, "You Muslim?" "No, I'm not Muslim." "We're sorry." "And I'm so sorry." It is so conflictional, that area, man. So conflictional. And if you're not, this is why they're fighting consistently, that area. One of the bad things when you go to the Holy Sepulchre, have you read it? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I know, I know a couple of surah. That's one. That's a short one. I know a little bit. I have read it so many. I read it. I had a lot of time when I was in Harvard University to read. So I read a lot of books. So, when you're over there, and as we were going to the Holy Sepulchre, we were going around, and, we saw the church where the Holy Sepulchre is, and it is so damaged from outside, man. So bad. So bad from outside. They have done such a horrible things outside of the Church of Jesus, man. The most holiest place for Christians and Catholics and people that follow Jesus, man. It's people that follow Jesus. They have been so disrespectful. They are not disrespectful to Masjid al-Aqsa. They're never disrespectful to a synagogue, but to the perfume, to the place that they are so disrespectful, it is to the Holy Sepulchre, the sepulchre. Sorry for my accent. They're extremely disrespectful to that. They do these rituals outside. They have tossed blood, satanic rituals outside. They do like video dances outside. They have tried to shoot up the place. So disrespectful. So the person that, if we need to understand, this is why, Trump winning, it is not even about, oh my God, migrants, it's about bringing God again. The God values, again, Christian values, good God values, Jesus back to power. Jesus is the one that is on the steering wheel, man. Nobody else. Jesus is the one that is driving. Nobody else. Nobody else. He's the one that is driving this car. And to bring it back, it is one of the things that we need to bring their respect, because it is a full attack on Christians. You know, Muslims are reproducing by the 3s and the 4s. Christians are reproducing by the 1s, because the economy is so bad in the West. The Christians do not want to have a family because it's so difficult to raise a child. It's so difficult. It is so completely not only difficult, but it's so expensive. Imagine raising a family in California. Imagine raising a family in California where for a 2-bedroom apartment, it is $2,400. And you're making $1,000 or $900 a week. How are you going to do that, man? So both parents are working. So the child, you don't have complete attention over your child. Not even the dad, not even the mom. It's just incredible. It's not affordable. It's a complete attack Christians, man. This is why they were attacking the economy, attacking, sexualizing Jesus on these LGBTQs rallies, insulting him. By the way, if you guys haven't seen this, I don't know what happened to Netflix, but thank you, Netflix, for this. Just this. If you guys haven't seen the series The Chosen, go and see it. A lot of people ask me why you have a wisp. When I was young, I fell from a 2nd floor. I tried to do a skateboard trick, and I fell. And don't ask me why. And I landed on my face, and my tongue cut open on 2 pieces, and they had to, sew it up, and it caused me to have a wisp. So, going back to the topic, it's a complete attack against Christians. We know this, man. It is a reality. It is a reality. We need to go back to, the good old values, man. What we have always have, and what we are always going to have. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Real America's Voice News. It is 1 hour and 17 minutes. I extended. You cannot defend Islam. Who's defending? This is a comment. Who's defending? Press 1 if somebody heard me defending, or press 2 if you never heard me defending. Who's defending? I'm just describing who's defending. Or you're just saying you cannot. I don't understand, JR. I'm not defending. What am I doing? So now I cannot speak about other religions? Brother, come on. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining in. General statement. Okay. Thank you. I don't want to put you on the spot, JR. Thank you so much for your support. You have been a continuous viewer, man. What's going on with you? You said you respect it. You said you respect it. When did I say that I respect it? I'm going to go back and see the video. I said, I don't have no disrespect for no religion whatsoever. It is your right of freedom of religion. Even it's in the Constitution, freedom of belief. So I don't know if you heard me right. I don't have nothing against people that believe in Islam, that believe they're Jewish, that believe in the Torah, and people that believe in the Bible. Like me, I believe in the Bible. I have no disrespect for them. Which means that if you believe in what you believe, if you want to believe in a cow, I respect that. It's exactly like that. You said you did, bro. Not respectable. I'm sorry. I don't have no disrespect against people that believe in whatever they want to believe. I have disrespect against extremists. I completely do. I'm sorry, but I do. Against extremists, I'm sorry. Yes, I do. Extremists on their religion. like the extremists on Islam. No respect for that. Somebody saying the Chosen is available on YouTube for free also. Yes, absolutely. I am I'm absolutely. He's arguing for the sake of arguing. Eres de Tijuana, cabrón. Tienes que ser de Tijuana, cabrón. Tienes que ser de Tijuana, cabrón. He's just arguing because he's mad and he just wants to argue. Te levantaste con el pie izquierdo de volada, mi amigo, hijo de la chingada, cabrón. Ay, cabrón. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm about to leave. I'm about to do my thing over here. Thank you so much. Go and eat a tamale, man. Go and eat a sope o a gordita o a flauta. Go over there, man. Eat a tamale, eat a taco. It's Taco Tuesday. My God, it's Wednesday. Oh, my God. I thought that it was Taco Tuesday. It's not Taco Tuesday, man. It's until... I'm also worried. I'm worried also. I've been worried. It is not the same anymore. I don't want to say more, but I'm also worried. We don't sleep. We're not comfortable as we were before. But we're still doing it. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm Oscar Blue for Real America's Boy News. It's 2:28, an hour and 21 minutes went in. Stay safe. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. Take care of your father. Take care of your mother. And pray that you will have a roof every day. And pray for forgiveness. And pray for thanking God everything that you have as it is right now. You're breathing. You're alive. You're typing. You're watching. You're seeing. You're feeling. You're laughing. Thank you for that. God bless you. Stay safe. And like we always say, God's plan, it is our mission.